Guys, we're back, and today I'm going to continue our more in-depth series on homemade fertilizers, and we're going to talk about all the amazing uses for Epsom salt, which is a magnesium sulfate. This is so good for your plants, especially when they're first getting started. I'll give you all the directions on all the different ways that you can use it. Guys, we did this full video. Make sure that you watch it on several different ways to make your own fertilizers at home, either free or very inexpensively. This one isn't free because we are going to buy the magnesium, but we're going to buy it in the form of Epsom salt, which is very cheap. I get this, it comes in a 2-pack at the big box stores, and it is, I think, $9 for 14 pounds. That's negligible because you're going to only be putting 1 teaspoon per gallon of water in your watering can. So 14 pounds of this for $9 would literally last you probably years if you're using it that way. Now, there are different ways you can use it. You can put it straight into the ground, mix it in your dirt, and I'll give you all of the measurements for all of that. But regardless, a little goes a long way. So this is not free, but it is extremely inexpensive and a lot cheaper than a lot of the commercial chemical fertilizers that you buy in the store. And this is probably safer because, I mean, come on, I take a bath in this. This stuff helps me. This is so good for your body. You need magnesium. Your plants need magnesium. We're going to talk about the benefits of magnesium and what it does, but one of the key things that you need to know for you and for your garden, because you were made from the dust of the earth, so you work a lot the same way that it does, is that you need magnesium in order to be able to take in a lot of your other key nutrients. For you, it helps you take in vitamin D, which is what you get from sunlight. For the plants, it helps with the chlorophyll process to help them to get their nutrients from sunlight as well. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits and the way magnesium works in your garden, and look at the different ways that we can use our homemade fertilizer. I'm going to show you what it looks like whenever a rose bush, or any plant really, is suffering from a magnesium deficiency. This is what Epsom salt will fix. Epsom salt is known for promoting healthy green foliage and rapid early growth. Epsom salt is high in magnesium and sulfur. Unlike many other complex fertilizers, Epsom salt breaks down almost instantly in water, making it a very quick solution for specific plant needs. Magnesium is the central atom in the chlorophyll molecule, which is what plants use to turn sunlight into energy. So if your plants are looking a bit yellow in between the veins of their leaves, a sign of magnesium deficiency, a dose of Epsom salt can help them regain that deep, healthy green color and improve their ability to photosynthesize. Magnesium helps plants to absorb other vital nutrients more effectively as well, especially phosphorus and nitrogen. By strengthening the plant's internal delivery system, Epsom salt ensures that the other fertilizers you're using actually get to where they need to go, leading to overall sturdier growth. Sulfur is essential for the production of amino acids, vitamins, and enzymes. It also plays a role in the flavor of certain crops. Many gardeners swear by Epsom salt for producing sweeter fruits and more vibrant blooms on flowering shrubs and roses. Magnesium is a key component in cell wall formation and seed generation. Adding a bit of Epsom salt to your soil at planting time or using it as a starter soak can help reduce transplant shock, giving young roots a better chance to establish themselves in a new environment. Also, while not primarily a pesticide, the gritty texture and mineral content can sometimes discourage soft-body pests like slugs and snails when sprinkled around the base of your plants. All right, for watering from a watering can, you can use this on your house plants, on your seedlings, your young plants. You're going to want to put 1 teaspoon per gallon. So if you have a 2-gallon watering can, you can put 2 teaspoons and fill it up. 3 teaspoons for a 3-gallon and so forth. It's that simple. Put you some water. For established plants, you don't have to dissolve it in water. You can just sprinkle it right on the ground. For tomatoes, peppers, roses, things like that, you're going to put 1 teaspoon of Epsom salt per foot of plant height. This rose is about 7 feet tall, so we're going to put 7 teaspoons of salt around the bottom and then water it in. All right, you can use it for your fruit trees too. For a tree, or any tree really, your nut trees, your fruit trees, anything, you're going to want to put 2 full tablespoons per 9 square feet, right, which is a 3 by 3 section. So if you figure the size around the base of your tree, you want to sprinkle it on top of the root zone. So typically you hear the drip line basically means that as big as the tree is on top, usually that's as big as the root system is underneath. So you want to sprinkle it right over that root system, all underneath. And you're going to put 2 tablespoons per 9 square feet, which would be every 3 by 3 section. We're going to put that all the way around, water it in. If you want to use it to amend your garden soil or make your own potting soil, you're going to want to put 1 cup per 100 square feet of soil. Look at all the little tiny persimmons getting ready to form. They're all over the place. Can you see? I don't know if you know, like this is the flower, and then it buds, and the persimmon's gonna grow behind where the bud is. This tree is just absolutely loaded. All right, oh, there he goes, sit in my lap. All right, same thing for azaleas, evergreens. You can feed all your trees, and if you want to use it to green up your lawn, you can do 3 pounds per 1,200 square feet. Just sprinkle it out there before rain. Let the rain wash it in. You will be amazed what it does for your garden, for your lawn, for your fruit trees, all of it. And it's really inexpensive. So try it. All right, wasn't that easy? Isn't this a great little trick for your garden? Your seedlings are gonna love it. I always use this on my young seeds when they're growing. It helps them to just get strong and green and vibrant. Make sure that you go and get you a little Epsom salt for your garden. I hope you have found this information useful. Leave us a little something in the comments, like, share, and subscribe. Do all of those things that keep you notified when new videos become available. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time.